What up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping through, my name is Antoine, and here on my channel we talk about Second Amendment stuff, home theater equipment, 4K movies, and things of that nature. So, with that being said, I can't believe that this is about to be my third year coming up doing end of the year top 10 4K Blu-ray DVD release. So if many of y'all have been with me over the past few years, I like to put together a list of the movies that I thought had the best picture quality and the best audio. So with that being said, we're going to get into my top 10 list of the year 2022 4K releases.
Ray,
Yeah.
what's the name of that there nightclub of yours again?
You talking about the Boom Boom Room?
Yeah, the Boom Boom Room. That's it.
Alright, for number 10, I got the it wasn't a bad movie as what people thought, what I was told before I saw the movie. But Morbius was a pretty decent movie. It had really good picture quality. It had really good surround sound effects. As I mentioned in my mid-year, I did a mid-year top 5, I believe, 4K releases. Scenes in the movie where the bats were flying around, those were really, really good Atmos effects placed into the mix. So I had Morbius as my number 10 movie. These movies here are movies that I really would suggest that you just go ahead on and throw them in your collection for like when you got company over. If you just want to show off your surround sound, or maybe you want to show off your picture quality from your OLED TV, or if you have a big screen, a projector screen. So, with that being said, we're gonna move on to number 9. At number 9, I have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This was another decent movie from the MCU. This movie had really good, vibrant colors. It had pretty good surround sound. It was a good mix. But like with all Marvel movies, you kind of got to turn up your audio a little bit, just a little bit. But other than that, the mix was fine. So I had Doctor Strange at number 9. At number 8, I had the Candyman remake. This movie had really, really good 4K crispy picture quality, and it had decent surround sound. So at number 8, I had Candyman. This is one. It's a slower horror movie. If you haven't seen it, it's connected to the originals. Number 8 was Candyman. Alright, coming in at number 7 was another sci-fi movie that a lot of people talked about midway through the year. Well, this one came out, I want to say, back in the spring. So this one was called Moonfall. This one had real good picture quality also. It had really good surround sound, good Dolby Atmos effects, and this is one that I would say, yeah, go ahead on and put it in your collection. Alright, for number 6, we got Spider-Man No Way Home. This movie had vibrant colors. I'm sure most of y'all seen this movie. It had really good Dolby Atmos effects. As I also mentioned in this movie, there were scenes where you could hear the webbing when Spider-Man would shoot his webbing across the movie, you can hear the weapon flying to whatever direction in the speakers. Like, for example, if he was aiming up to a skyscraper, you can hear the weapon coming out of the Atmos speakers. It had the scene where Electro, when he first showed up, when they was out in that field, his voice was coming from the Atmos speakers while all of the action was around you. He was up high in the sky, so it sounded like his voice was coming from above you. It had a real cool effect. This is one that I would put in my top 10 for the year of movies that you should add to your collection. And number 5, this movie, you gotta have a acquired taste for this type of movie. It's set in like the Viking days. If you like these kind of movies, I do. Sometimes I can, sit down and get into a good movie like this. Well, this one was called The Northman. This movie had really, really good picture quality. It also had good surround sound effects. There's a lot of scenes where they shooting bow and arrows, and you can hear the arrows flying over your head. Where they lighting torches, you can hear the flames and the embers burning of the fire. It had real good detail to a lot of the audio in this movie. This is one that you get you your drink of choice or your whatever else you indulge in, and you just sit down and relax and watch this one. This is a pretty good movie. So coming in at number 4, this is another one of those similar type of you gotta be into this kind of movie to have the patience to sit down and watch this type of movie. But once you get into it, it has crispy 4K picture quality, and it also has a really good surround sound track mix to it. This movie, you can hear the low frequency effects up on the 3rd floor of my house. So this movie was Dune. Dune was a remake of a movie that came out, I want to say in the 80s, early 80s. But this is a star-studded movie. It had a lot of Zendaya was on it. It had my man that plays Drax. He was on it. It's a lot of people on this movie. This is one, if you got time and you want to hear the rumble of you want to give your subwoofers a workout, this movie right here is one that you can test out your subwoofers on. Alright, number 3 is another controversial movie where a lot of people had they said it was one of the worst of Jordan Peele's his trilogy of movies was Nope. Nope was it was okay. It was okay as far as the storyline goes, but as far as the picture quality and the surround sound, I give it high ratings because he always, even his first 2 movies, they all had excellent audio quality and picture quality. This movie was had Dolby, it had IMAX scenes in it, so it was scenes where they were showing the sky where the whole screen opens up and you could see the UFO like barely out in the clouds. You think you see something, but it might be a cloud, but it could be a UFO. But it give you that effect of like you really looking up in the sky, and kind of make you, when you go outside, start watching the clouds a little bit more when you go outside. But yeah, when the UFO shows up, you can hear it actually coming out of the Atmos speakers, and that's a pretty cool effect there. So if y'all been rocking with me through most of the year and y'all seen some of my other 4K movies, these last 2 movies I was really high on, and I'm sure most of y'all probably know what I'm about to say. So at number 2, I had Ambulance. Ambulance had crispy, excellent 4K picture quality. The HDR was top notch in this movie, and for a long time, this was holding down the number 1 spot, and it didn't disappoint. When I first saw the trailer, I believe they showed the trailer for this movie during the Super Bowl, and I had that on my list of movies that I was looking forward to come out this year. And Ambulance, if you was a fan of Heat or Den of Thieves, or even The Town, it was along that type of line. It was like a heist movie. Also, if you are into firearms like I am, it had pretty cool guns on this movie too. So this is definitely one that I would recommend you add to your collection. And with this last movie coming in at the number 1 spot, I know all y'all already know what it's going to be. It was over 20 years in the making. The sequel to Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick, hands down, is the number 1 movie of the year on 4K, and probably in the theaters too. I didn't go and see it at the theaters because I don't too much go to the theaters no more now that I got my home theater. But I pretty much get the same effect just without the crowd. So I kind of wait, and so I can experience a movie for the first time in the theater room. So with that being said, Top Gun is the number 1 movie. This movie was another IMAX movie, so it had big view visions of the sky and the action scenes when they flying, having dog fights in the sky. It had some of the most top-notch, newest aircrafts that we got. They when it first come on, they showed this airplane. I'm not sure the name of it, but it looked like something top secret that the military. It's not the TR-3B, but it's some type of ramjet airplane that they are trying to reach. What is they going for? I think Mach 10 or Mach 12, something like that. But yeah, when that airplane flies over, you can hear that flying over your head in the Atmos speakers. Doing scenes in the dog fights, when they doing the mission at the end of the movie, and they shooting off the missiles, you can hear the missiles flying through the side surround speakers. This movie had excellent bass. This movie overall was the movie of the year, of the 4K year season for me. This is one that if you have to get together and you want to put on a good movie, or say, for example, you might have some people over for a New Year's Eve coming up, and before y'all waiting on the countdown, everybody get together in the theater room or your living room, and you got a surround system, put this movie on, and I'm pretty sure you and your company have a good time. But yeah, that's my list. That's my top 10 list for the year 2022. I want to thank everybody for checking out the channel, and hang around with me because I'm thinking about doing an updated theater room tour. Just showing things that I've done, that I've added to the theater room and the concession room area. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a theater room tour. I've added a couple things, not a lot. If y'all seen my first theater room tours, I think I've done 2 so far. But yeah, so yeah, that's something to look forward to. Also, we'll be getting back to the range. I haven't been to the range in a while. It's a reason for that, and I'll probably share that with you guys in the near future. But other than that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me and rocking with me through the year. And I want to wish everybody a successful, good upcoming 2023 year, and y'all be safe out there on New Year's Eve too, man. And everybody also have a Merry Christmas. I'm probably gonna see y'all until after Christmas. So with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.